morning, Stanford High School. My name is Davion Blackwood.
And I'm Mason Locker. Welcome to this year's second edition of the Connection Time News. Sorry if you were expecting Aaron and Vishnu, but the four of us will be rotating in and out throughout the year.
Remember to email shsroundtable@gmail.com anytime with any comments or suggestions about the show.
Before we get into the news, we have been asked to make a brief correction to our new teacher introduction from our first show. We also welcome to the Unified Arts Department Mr. Doug Taylor and Miss Flavie Noel. Sorry about that, guys, but welcome to Stanford High.
Next, we have a big announcement about the Roundtable. Our school paper, the one that's producing the show you are currently watching, was just recognized as a gold medalist by the Columbia Scholastic Press Association, or CSPA, for the 5th year in a row. We were awarded 950 points out of a total of a possible 1,000, a nearly perfect score. For essentials, we were given 380 out of 400 points for verbal. We received 280 out of 300, and finally 290 out of 300 in visual.
In the comments of our score report, the CSPA wrote about our website. The digital publication is the complete package. In addition to the outstanding coverage, writing, design, and multimedia, what is distinctive is the connection one feels to the Stanford High School community after being on the site. That's what makes it so special. Thank you to the association for the award, and congratulations to the entire Roundtable editorial and writing staff on this wonderful achievement.
Moving on, I'm sure many students are wondering about how the school district is operating with our new superintendent, Ms. Tamu Lucero, who is beginning her first full year in the position. At a recent SBS event, we sent junior reporter CJ Stone to speak to Lucero about some happenings in the district. CJ?
I'm CJ Stone here with the Stanford High Roundtable. I'm here with the superintendent of Stanford Public Schools. And first things first is that I heard that block scheduling is officially going to be a thing.
Well, I will tell you that we are working on it right now. We want to make sure that the teachers have the right amount of training that they need. So it looks like we're moving that way, but you'll have to stay tuned to see.
And so now, how is that officially going to work at the public high school?
So you will have an 8-period day, and I think that's a great opportunity. You know, you will now need 25 credit hours to graduate from high school, and so it's really important that we give you every opportunity to earn those credits.
Okay. And what are some goals as the new superintendent of Stanford Public Schools for you and every other student?
Well, I will tell you, I want you all to have a safe environment to go to school in. So the facilities are my focus right now. I want to make sure that you have a school that you can be really proud of. So I'm really working on how we can continue to create an environment that will be beautiful for you every day at school.
Okay. And I think many students are going to wonder this, how are you going to handle the snow days this year?
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm really nervous
Last
about it.
superintendent, you got a little...
Oh, I get really nervous. So I am going to get out there and talk to you all and think about, okay, how can I make the best decision? But calling a snow day, you know what that means. More days in June. So we want to be careful with that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sounds great. Thanks, CJ. And thank you, Superintendent, for taking the time to speak with us.
We are about to move into our sports segment, but first, we want to acknowledge our sports editor and anchor, Joe Nathanson, on his achievement completing his Eagle Scout project, bringing him one step closer to becoming an Eagle Scout, the highest rank attainable in the Boy Scouts of America program. For his project, he built and installed what he called buddy benches at Newfield Elementary School, a place for lonely students to sit and find a buddy on the playground. Our junior reporter, Emily Sasser, spoke to Joe about the process and his project. Here's that interview now.
How did you come up with this idea?
So Mrs. Lisa Saba Price is the principal of Newfield Elementary School, and I've been good family friends with her for a while now. And she came to me with the project, and I just hope it makes an impact on the environment of the school. A lot of the benches at the two playgrounds at Newfield are really broken down and decrepit. So replacing the benches will make a nicer environment and setting for the kids.
What was the process of creating these benches?
The process it's a long process. So an Eagle Scout project is I have to plan, create, and carry out a whole project by myself in order to benefit the community. So the project that I chose was the Buddy Bench project, and the process was first I had to come up with a plan, propose that plan to a board of people who would review it and then make any adjustments and tell me if it's okay or not. So once it got approved, then I had to go out and get all the materials that I needed to get. So I went to a bunch of different hardware stores around Fairfield County, Lowe's, Home Depot, like stuff like that, and they gave me donations. I told them what I needed, and they gave me donations for what I needed. We assembled the legs, then assembled the bench like together as a whole. The next thing we had to do was paint them. So the buddy benches were painted blue because that's the color of Newfield Elementary School, like their school colors. And we also put like kind of like a, what is it called, like a nameplate that says buddy bench right on it, so it's clear that that kids are gonna know what it is. And then we also made the other two benches just like a plain all-weather stain, so it would like last in all the elements. So from there, we then brought everything from like my house where it was, and then to Newfield Elementary, and then we dug holes in the ground like a foot deep, wide enough so that the legs of the bench would stick in the ground, and then we then mixed cement and poured it into the ground. And then after that, I mean, the benches just have to sit and set so that the cement dries and all that stuff. So, yeah.
What sparked your initial interest to do this project?
The buddy bench like concept is really important, I think, because it allows like kids to feel needed, and when kids feel needed, it gives them a good environment to learn, and gives them a good environment to, you know, feel included and happy, and that's what really matters. Especially like growing up, kids need a good environment just to thrive, and if they don't have that, it can affect like certain parts of their life. So I just want to make an impact, and yeah.
When were they placed at Newfield?
So the final work date was this past Sunday, October 6th. I was there from like 10 to like 3:30 or something, and I had a bunch of people help me. Shout out to Zach Baldati and Tom Connolly. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, they're there now.
They're there. So go take a look at the buddy benches at Newfield.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Joe. And good luck with the rest of the process.
Now we want to send it over to Joe and Devin with sports. Guys?
Welcome back. My name is Joe Nathanson, and
I'm Devin Yagmai.
So first up, we have girls soccer. Some exciting news. They beat West Hill 3-1 on October 7th with 2 goals from Shanila Severo and 1 from Alex Butler. This is the first time in 20 years they beat West Hill in girls soccer, so that's a big deal. Shout out girls soccer. As of recently, they beat Bridgeport Central 8-0 with 3 goals from seniors and 3 goals from sophomores. Right now, the team is battling through a few injuries, so their starting lineup isn't the way they would want. But goalie Adriana Del Tordo is coming up big with a lot of good saves. So, yeah.
Our girls volleyball team started strong, but now they're not doing as well as they hoped to do. They lost 4 straight games, but they broke that losing streak when they beat Central 3-0 on October 11th. They're led by seniors Morgan Yakavone and Woodland Thomas, and they're hoping to win the next couple games in hopes of making the FCX.
Now in boys soccer, our boys soccer team beat Bridgeport Central 2-1, in which Kenley Lelaine had 2 goals in the win, and they also upset Staples on October 12th, in which Kenley had another goal, and Christian, as well as Christian Carmona. Christian is an upcoming junior captain that is impacting the team very well, and Kenley is also hoping to become an FCAC All-State first team for 2 years in a row. Coming up, we have Ward and Wilton, but we can't forget about the win against West Hill, in which we won 2-0 against our city rivals. On to field hockey. Field hockey isn't doing as well as they would hope, but they've only won 1 game this season, and the team is forming well, so they hope to improve as the season goes on.
Football is currently 2-2. They won their last game on October 5th against Trinity Tech 34-18. The game was led by seniors Tyreek DeVoe, Isaiah Johnson, and Jay Lockwood, who had a pick 6 70-yard touchdown that led them to win 34-18. On Friday, they play Capital Prep, which is a Bridgeport team. There you have a losing streak of 1-3, and that's our pink out game. Anything you want to say about the pink out game, Joe?
So you guys know about the pink out game. Everybody we got to represent. It's like one of the biggest games of the year. So I want to see the whole school spirit. You know, everybody wear pink. Get your pink out wear. You guys know it's for breast cancer, so it's a really good cause. And yeah, just Black Knight represent. See you guys next time.
Thanks, guys, and good luck to those teams in the future. Moving on, Tomas Augusto, the Dean of Students here at Stanford High, just recently hosted his second annual Hispanic Heritage Panel, an opportunity to learn and share about Hispanic heritage in our community.
Augusto introduced the event, which was available to any interested students, last fall during his first quarter as dean at Stanford High School. It was held in the large auditorium for hundreds of students of many ethnicities and backgrounds. This year, there was limited space for students because it was held in the College and Career Center instead. Let's take a look at how it went.
As we learned, and for many of us, we had to learn how to learn because it wasn't something we saw every day.
The outcome, the way you get your outcome, is by sucking it up and doing it. And I think, and I know I'm probably strained, and I don't mean to, and I'm going to keep it brief, but you know, the idea is really being in a situation where I can impact someone, recognizing that I might not see that impact, because the conversations we have may resonate with you guys at a later time.
Well, the Hispanic Heritage Panel was set up by Mr. Augusto to commemorate Hispanic Heritage Month, and it was simply a panel of different individuals from all walks of life to talk about their experience, not only in their careers in life, but really from the perspective of being a Hispanic American. Mr. Augusto cornered me. No, just kidding. Mr. Augusto asked me to be part of the panel, so I was actually one of the members of the panel.
And how did this panel turn out?
It was great. We had individuals from all walks of life. We had probably 70 to 80 students who participated. They were engaged. They heard a lot of different perspectives. And really, that was the goal of the panel, to bring a different perspective to students here at Stanford High.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Augusto, for bringing this unique opportunity and important learning experience to the Black Knight Nation. Hopefully, we will see this event back next year and maybe back in a larger space.
Before we close off the show, we want to send it over to Kaylin Coleman, host of the Connection Time News Distraction segment, to let us know what fun stuff has been going on around the Stanford High halls. Kaylin?
Hey, Stanford High's distractions. This year, we have the first segment of SHS Wheels.
Hi, I'm Sophia Pierce, and this is my car. So this is my car. I have a 2014 Jeep Compass. This is the front of it. It has black chrome lettering on the Jeep sign, the front, and the side. The black rims. Fun fact, I ran into a parked car. Still on my bed. Car. Nothing too special. My favorite part about the car is the screen, because got a new screen with CarPlay, and that connects to the backup camera. And in the back, we have Natalie, who's always in here. Our backpacks, because we're scholars. And pretty much the back. So pretty much what I have back here is just kind of crossed up. Elastic, my bag, an extra hoodie because I'm always cold. 2 blankets for games. I don't know what this is called, the little windshield thing, and an umbrella. And that's it. That's all for my car. See ya!
Thanks, Seton, for that. So, guys, for my car, even though my mom is taking years, but it's okay. I'll get it soon. So this year, we went around to ask some Stanford High students about their favorite scary movie.
Hi, I'm Kevin here with
Damani Taylor.
And Daniel Sims.
And what are your guys' favorite scary movies?
The Insidious. Because when I was watching it, it made me jump a couple times. And yeah, that's why.
And what about you?
The Insidious series. I don't like it because the demons.
Thank you.
And my favorite scary movie is Paranormal Activity because there's constantly bodies flying everywhere and people getting dragged through hallways and stuff. But thank you guys, and see you next time on the Connection Time News Distractions.
Thanks, Kaylin. Always a good time. Can't wait to see what you have for us next time. And with that, we have reached the end of our show.
For more, be sure to check out shsroundtable.com and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at SHS Roundtable.
Also, listen into WGCH 1490 the second Thursday morning of every month to hear more Stanford High news. Our next show will be on Friday, November 1st. See you then. For the Stanford High Roundtable, I'm Davion Blackwood.
And I'm Mason Locker. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Kaylin.